Okay, hello, welcome to another tutorial. In today's class, we're gonna be talking about links in CSS. We already know that a link helps us to link, from one page to another, or to create a link from even within the same page. The link tag in HTML is the A tag. If you look at this place, I have a div, which is a container, and I already have three links: a link to the home page, about us, and contact us. So if you take a look at my web page now, refresh and you go above, you're gonna see my three links. We have the home, we have the about, and we have the contact us. So now we want to talk about what is called a pseudo class. A pseudo class is a way in which you can create different properties for different states of a particular tag. For example, if you look at the link tag has different states. For example, it's either the link is just a link that have not been visited. For example, if you look at about us here, it's a link that has not been visited, right? So the color is different by default. And if you look at the home link, it's a link whose page has already been visited, which is the index page, and so therefore the color is purple, right? Okay, so the link has different state. The first state is link, that is when it has not been visited. Then we have the visited state, we have the hovered state, and then we have the active state. The active state is where the link is being clicked on, that little moment where it is being clicked on, where you have your cursor already tied to that link. For example, if you look at my link now, the home is red. That is to show you that the active state of the link is red, the color is red. And then the visited is purple. That means the color at the state in which the link had been visited is purple. Then we have the hover. Of course, this has no property defined for the hover state. So we're going to look at how we can do all of this. So if I go to my CSS file, I'm going to define a new selector for the A tag, like this. Okay, by default, I want the color of my A tag to be, let's say orange. Let's try orange. Okay, let's refresh that. Do we have that? Can you see that? All the colors are orange. Then, if you want to use the pseudo classes, you use the column. So, just like if you say A column link, what that means is that what properties do you want the links to have when it has not been visited? Let's say I want the color to be yellow if it has not been visited. Now, do you see that my home remains orange, but my about page, my about link and contact us link is now yellow? Because in my CSS, I said when it's a link that has not been visited should be yellow. Now, if I say I want to say active. A at active should be, let's say white. Color should be white. Okay, so I say color white. Now I'm gonna refresh my browser. Now if I just double click as if I'm gonna click and drag, just for you to see the active state of the link. You can see the active state is now white. Then I have the last state, which is the most interesting state, is the hover state. Hover means when you have your cursor just above that link. And all these states, like the hover state, exist in all elements, right? For example, I can say P. I can define the hover state for my P tag or for any element it exists. Okay, so if I say that A hover, I want it to give me a color of tomato. tomato. Okay, that's almost like red. Not too different from red. So whenever I hover, you can see this is tomato color. Whenever I hover on my link, once I hover, the color changes to what? To red. Then the last one, the last pseudo class that we're gonna look at, the last state is visited. So when the link has been visited, for example, if you look at the home link, it has already been visited. So let's say that once the link is visited, I want it to be light. Let's see, can we have light blue like this? Can we have a light blue? Yeah. Okay, let's refresh that. So you can see a visited link like my home is light blue. My about page, of course the page does not exist, so it can't take effect. I see that. Okay, so these are the CSS links, and these are pseudo classes in CSS. So a pseudo class, we have so many other pseudo classes. We're gonna come across some of them as we proceed. Okay, so a pseudo class are just different states of a particular element. And so if you know the pseudo classes of a particular element, you can write CSS property to affect those elements at those states. Okay, see you in the next class.